Hey guys, so here we have a set I did, oh god, almost 2 weeks ago now on one of my clients using two of the limited edition Christmas glitters. This is Ho 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 and Santa Baby. This was the first set of nails I did with my new brushes, so I was very excited, as you can see, tarting around showing them off in front of the camera, but I'm in love with my new brushes, they're so pretty. So yes, that's them well and truly shown. Lady had lost a couple of nails, but we'd gone, I think it was 4 or 5 weeks rather than the normal 3, so they hadn't quite survived her busy life. So I'm starting off, I've removed her previous set down to a thin clear base. I've done all my natural nail work, prepped, primed, all of that lot, and then I'm coming in with a thin clear base just from the cuticle area down, just over that bit of regrowth. I'm then going to come in with this lovely bright Christmassy red. You cannot get a more Christmas red than this. It is CJP Candy Apple. It's the same as the one I've got on my nails. This is also the day after I had my nails redone by myself, obviously, and that is why they are still looking really nice and clean and shiny and pretty. It lasts about a day. So I'm using this candy apple, applying it at the cuticle area, and then gently tap pulling it down the nail. As you can see, it's a really highly pigmented acrylic, really good coverage. So I've just been a bit thin in the middle there, so I've just gone over a bit more. As you can see, you don't need much of that colour. It is a strength powder, but I will always use it as a design, just because then I'm saving it and then I just cap and clear. And then I'm just using my wet brush just to pick up some of that Santa Baby glitter. I'm just kind of tapping it into that wet acrylic just around me. I don't want a full coverage, I just want to add a bit of sparkle to that red. And then I'm moving on to the next. So again, putting on a thin clear base from the cuticle area down, just over that regrowth area. And using a bead of clear acrylic, dabbing it into that Ho 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 glitter, and then applying that to the nail, kind of near the cuticle area, and then using the tip of my brush to just nudge and kind of push it around and into place. And obviously, because I'm working on a redesign, not worrying about getting a pinch or anything, so taking my time to apply that glitter where I want it, and then just using my wet brush just to pick up some of those other stars, some of those chunkier bits, just adding them in where I feel they need to be, just as I felt like there was a little bit missing there. Going into one of the nails that I've already prepared, like with applied form, I'm then going to apply that thin clear base at the tip. Again, the reason I do this is because I want a nice smooth transition between natural nail and extension. So by adding on this clear tip means you don't get a step at all. Then coming in with the cuticle area and blending down. Then applying that candy apple along that free edge line, and blend up, and then I'm going to pull down. And then again, coming in with that Ho 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 glitter, getting a nice line near the cuticle, and then just gently pulling it down. Again, just using my wet brush to pick up any extra bits of glitter, extra stars and stuff in that glitter. I'm adding them on, and then obviously because I'm sculpting this now, I'm going to cap this as I do it, because I will be giving this now a little pinch. And coming in with that second bead. Like that. And pulling it forward. Making sure all that glitter goes nice and matte so I know it's all been encapsulated. I'm going on with the second nail that I'm preparing. Doing the same thing, creating that thin, clear tip. So applying that candy apple, getting it nice and close to that cuticle area, and then I'm coming in with that Santa Baby glitter at the tip and blending up. So I'm doing a colour and glitter ombre on this one. With that, capping this nail. So that nail will be capped the same as the other, and then as they become ready, I will pinch both this and the other nail, and I'm going to cap all the other nails in crystal glass too. Okay, and I filed them all in off camera just because I'm going to be doing a little bit of sand art on top of these nails as well, so just to save a little bit of time I haven't included the filing, but if you look in the description below there is a link to my filing video. So I'm just applying my CJP LED top gloss on all of these nails, and then I'm going to get on with some artwork. Okay, so that's the cured top coat. So I cured that for 6 seconds in my LED light and light. Halfway through saying lamp and I decided to say light there, sorry. I'm now coming in with my Crystal Nails. This is my Barbara 2 brush and the Crystal Nails Royal Gel. Basically you need a nice fine detailer brush and some designer gel. So it needs to be attack-free design gel. So the design gels will be highly pigmented and you can pretty much just paint them on. I see a lot of designs this time of year of this kind of like this ice snow kind of like dripping down from the cuticle. Just be careful not to bulk out the nail, so you want to just paint it on very thinly. So that's why you need a highly pigmented gel to do this with. And I think a lot of people that use slightly less pigmented then have to kind of pile it on a bit and you get like a bulky looking cuticle. Also make sure you use a nice fine glitter, so you want ideally a super fine glitter, so a really fine cut. Otherwise when you sprinkle that on, again the glitter will just add a little bit of bulk. And it's just such a shame if you work so hard to create a nice well balanced enhancement and then you add art which kind of bulks out and makes it just look a bit, it kind of detracts from the beauty of the nail really. So keep that nice and thin. And then I'm going to sprinkle on some of the Glitter Fairies Moonshine in Superfine. As you can see, it's a really fine glitter. Just tapping off the excess. Be careful when you tap off the excess that you're just tapping, you're not like smacking your client's nails with or fingers with this nice metal tool. And then pop that in your lamp. Now when I do sand art I tend to do a double cure, so for this I did a 60-second cure twice and then just use my little dusty brush to take off the excess glitter. So as you can see, that glitter gives us, I don't want to say matte look, but it does look like snow glistening in the sun. You don't like, or you can use like a really shiny glitter, so it looks super sparkly. Okay, I've used a tiny bit of CJP gripper glue and then using, got my crystal katana out of storage the other day, having a little play with this. I'm going to go back to my wax crayons, I find them much easier to pick up. Just put one crystal Swarovski in the middle and then I'm coming out with my royal gel using my dotting tool and just placing 3 dots out using that crystal as the centre point. 1, 2 and 1 there. And I'm going to use my long 0 brush. Now I've put it in the gel there. That is not to add any gel, that is just to make it easier to kind of brush this brush through the existing gel. So just a little bit of gel on the tip there. I don't want to be adding any excess there, just want to add a tiny bit to help the brush glide there. And you know when you finish something and you're like, I'm just not happy with how I've done this. So I did that again, so I just wiped that off. That glue didn't want to stick either, it was one of those sets, you know? And then just doing those dots again, and that's why I like working with this design gel, because if you're not happy with it you can redo it very easily. And I was happy with that, it looked tidier, it looked neater. And then I'm going to do exactly the same as I did with the snow design, so I'm just sprinkling on a little bit of that Moonshine Superfine, doing a double cure. Now if you're confident with your gel work you can do both of these designs at once and cure at the same time. I showed it here because sometimes it's just a bit easier. Sometimes when I come to decorating I do find it easier to kind of look at one nail at a time
because sometimes you'll like paint it all on and then it'll get smudged or something, and it is so frustrating. So once that's all cured and brushed off and cooled down, I'm just going to apply some cuticle oil. And there you go, this is an extremely festive set, nice and bright and red and bold for Christmas. So I hope you enjoyed this, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Any questions, comments or requests, just pop them below. Bye!